Welcome everyone to our Posh podcast. I'm Gabrielle. I'm your host, along with my daughter Marcella,
hello,
my son Gino,
I'm back.
Bernie.
Hello. You must forget my name for a second.
I think she's trying to add something to her adopted son.
I was going to say my adopted son.
That's right. Hello.
And Spider.
I'm still here.
So we had a part one. We're going to jump right in. Part one on learning all about nudism. We converted 3 people in one show.
Yes.
Bernie, Spider, and Miss
Polly.
Polly.
I'll have to say I wasn't a convert.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I was already there.
I feel like Miss Polly and Spider were in already.
Yeah, and we converted just Bernie so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
But let's see what happens in this second show. We're going to jump right in. And we didn't read the etiquette rules of Nudist Beach Etiquette. So here you go, Marcella.
She keeps taking this paper from me. 10 simple rules of beach etiquette. First, timers primer. It's all about respect for yourself, others, and the environment.
What?
Yes. So rule number 1, respect wildlife in environmentally fragile areas. Beaches are often in areas safe grounding endangered species of fowl. What's fowl? Fish and fauna.
Birds.
Oh. Therefore, avoid endangering the habitat with fire pollution.
What's happening?
Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh. Or even potentially dangerous foodstuffs. I've never heard of a fowl being a bird.
No? Yes.
Oh my
Weirdo.
God, I'm the only one.
So
That
weird.
sounds so
Such a
stupid.
weirdo.
Does everyone know about Marcella Moments? Is that broadcasted?
It is.
No.
Well, tell us about it, Gino.
The original story?
Or no, just what they are.
It's just normal moments with Marcella where most
Life.
people would
Blonde
think
moments?
blonde, very, very, very blonde moments.
That is so funny.
So we call them MM moments.
Yeah. That was
MM
Moments,
yeah.
yes.
Our family experiences quite a few of them.
That's too funny.
Well, I feel like that's just rude. Rule number 2, keep the beach clean. Not only does AANR suggest that beachgoers clean up after themselves, but they advocate sunbathers take more trash out than you brought in.
What?
Now, if anybody didn't listen to the show before, AANR stands for the American Association for Nude Recreation. If anyone needed to know that. Rule number 3, for those visiting the nude section of a local beach, dress before leaving designated clothing optional use areas. Rule number 4, respect yourself and others by following appropriate rules of conduct. Rule number 5, be polite to everyone. Number 6, always get permission before taking scenic photographs. Number 7.
I'm sorry.
They are sometimes not allowed. They don't like cameras. They do not like that.
Well, that makes total sense. Then,
It's like a strip club.
Yeah. But not as good.
Yeah.
Not as good.
Use headsets or keep radio volumes turned low. Most beachgoers visit the beach to rest and relax. Rule 8, whenever possible, walk along the shoreline. And not only is it more refreshing, but you avoid kicking sand up at the people you pass. Number 9, always carry a towel with you when you leave your spot on the beach, whether to sit on or wrap around yourself when you walk to public areas such as picnic benches, food stands, restrooms, etc. You'll be more comfortable, as will those around you. Rule 10, observe local beach rules and safety regulations. When you arrive at a local beach, look for posted signs indicating beach rules and regulations, including hours, rules for swimming, designated areas for biking and rollerblading, parking, etc.
So this seems like this is like basic human etiquette.
Only
and,
2 of those even apply to nudism in general.
Yeah,
Picking up more trash you came with. This is all pretty
Be
normal.
polite to others.
Look at this photo with everybody nude
Naked.
laying there.
But look how
in
they're
the
laying. That's
sand.
going all up in your junk.
yeah, but it goes all up in your junk with clothes on at the beach.
Yeah,
But
it
not
still
so
looks
direct. I'm
weird.
like,
There's no one here that I'd want. I mean, like, it's just.
But it's not a sexual thing, Bernie. This
I tell
is
you
a
what,
freeing
I'm sorry.
experience.
when my parents
Bullshit.
forced me to go to this nudist camp at 14, I will never forget ever standing in the grocery store and in a line, like getting cold cuts and in the line.
That's a horrible comparison. Cold cuts. Sorry.
It was so horrible. I cannot even explain it to you. It was terrible. Like and they have like little shops because it was a resort. It wasn't like a huge grocery store. So you were like in line getting your yogurt and milk and all that kind of stuff, and it's all naked people.
I don't know. I go with my whole thought process still that anyone who does it outside the beach, I think you're just trying to make a point. I don't know, because it doesn't. I don't get the concept of that.
So did you know that there is a flight you can fly naked? As a German airline, you can fly naked. Now I have proof of it.
What is the airline called?
Hold on, I do know it.
So it's like most things. I don't care if that's what someone wants to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should force it on their kids. Like, Mom, you were traumatized, it
I
sounds
was
like, from this.
traumatized from it
See?
completely.
See?
That's right.
So if Oma and Opa want to do that, that's great, but I don't think they should force you to do it.
So you think as an adult, people should
If
choose?
you get to the point where you can choose for yourself and you want to be free from the chains of clothes, then I think you should do that.
Chains.
Chains of clothes. I like how you worded that one.
I agree. I think it was absolutely horrible, and like I said in the other episode, I wore a swimsuit the whole entire time. I remember just like watching, going, really, basketball, really, tennis, really, restaurants. Like you sit outside in a restaurant eating. I just couldn't. Like it was really terrible. I think I have pictures of somewhere where I'm in the ocean, the only one dressed. In
They
a
play
swimsuit.
like football naked. That's a lot of men touching no clothes on.
Oh,
Dude,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
horrible.
That just took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I'm
What the
just
hell?
curious.
Yeah.
Wrestling? I don't know.
Wow. I hear you, but now I wasn't thinking all that. But
I'm
here's
just thinking of the other sports.
I think so. Here's I think if that's
Rugby.
horrible. Sorry, right? I think if you think about nudism and you think of the beach. I mean, most of the time, nudist something is for me. My mindset is at a beach. That's just how I think about it, right? But I think of just the hygiene aspect of it. Like,
I think that
that's
too.
what I'm saying.
right?
I mean, I do think that part, like sitting in chairs and
Yeah.
like,
If someone just used the bathroom.
Yeah.
I know that sounds gross, but like honestly, if
it's-
someone just used the bathroom,
it's
and
true.
what are you showing?
wanna-
here?
Oh,
Well, Bernie had a question.
what
in part
happens
one.
if I get aroused at a nudist resort? First, you're no more likely to become aroused at a nudist
That's a
resort
great point.
than
Based on
you
the
would
pictures I
be
saw.
at a church social. But our family social events where you're being visibly aroused isn't welcome. The only difference is that being aroused is more obvious when you're nude. People are conditioned to associate nudity with sex, so they assume they'll be aroused when everyone is nude. It doesn't work that way, which you'll figure out within the first few minutes of being there. But it does happen. Okay, but doesn't also sometimes happen at church socials? Rarely. And in both cases, one is expected to be discreet about it and is not encouraged it until it goes away. Sit down and put a towel across your lap or roll over on your stomach until the feeling goes away, which is quickly.
Rolling over.
That's not going to work.
Maybe would that work in the sand?
Maybe if you dug yourself a hole first.
I'm like,
That just sounds horrible. I mean, that sounds horrible.
like if you rolled over, does like immediately go down the
No,
sand?
you have to dig in
That
the
was
sand.
that a real question?
I'm serious.
No.
It doesn't just like make a hole.
Ow.
I don't know if
No,
that's
I hear you.
hard.
No, that just sounds painful right there.
Well, I don't know either. I want to
No,
know.
it doesn't make a hole,
Oh.
and it moves around, and it would get sand. Man, for God,
God.
right? Getting a sand on the tip of that, just like if you got sand in your private spot.
I mean, it happens when I'm at the beach. I think.
what? Like, what? Well,
What do you
anyway?
think?
no, it doesn't happen like that when you
Oh.
have a bathing suit on for guys. But I think
well, the
in
girls.
open,
I mean, I feel like there's sand everywhere when I take a shower. I'm
what are
like,
you doing
oh my
at the
God.
beach,
I don't know.
Marcella?
Like if somebody buries you, I don't know.
Who have you been dating? I mean, what is going on?
Nothing to do with dating.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
But hold on. So it says that it's unwelcome, right? So, but what if you
Yeah,
can't
what
help
if you
it?
do?
Like, what if you just can't
Roll
help
over,
it?
they said.
Put a towel
They
on
don't
it.
say roll over.
They do
They
say
did.
it. They did.
they
That's
said
why we talked about
it's
it.
like if you're at school and you get one, or at church, or at a family
I don't
function.
roll
No,
over.
it's different. It's
Sure.
different because a guy can get a hard on, and you have underwear on. The other things that kind of help protect it from everyone knowing you have a hard on.
Yeah.
But or if you're in shorts, it's harder to get away with that.
Well, it
But-
says just put a towel over it.
Use it as
Just
a hat,
hanging on.
hat rack. Like, oh, you got some dirty hands? You can use my
Have
towel.
you seen the Dick in the Box video?
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's just like that.
God.
It feels like the first time you go, it feels like you'd be too nervous to even get an erection, and then after that, you'd understand what you were walking into.
Well, they're saying though. I mean, they said in the beginning that maybe because people attribute being naked and like sex, but they're saying that once you get there, you quickly realize that that's not it at all.
But a perfect 10 walks in.
I mean, does that happen to you in normal life?
Well, here's the thing. Even if let's say
That's what I'm saying.
let's say
If a girl walked by and you're out, you don't
let's say
immediately
a
get a
4
hard
or a
dick.
5. Let's say let's go back to this. To take from a 10 to a 4 or 5.
Okay.
And there's a hug. There's something. It happens. And so I'm telling you, it happens. So
I take your word for
yeah.
it.
So it. I mean, but what do you do at that point? I mean, it is what it is. I wouldn't care because
Put a
it is
towel
what
on
it
there.
is. Yeah.
That's
Roll
why
over.
wasn't the etiquette one of
To have
the
a towel.
points to have a towel at
Right.
all times?
But if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't,
Oh, wow.
if you don't, you're
Now
gonna
you
deal with
know
my
why.
hard on, guys.
then you
So
are breaking etiquette, and then you get in trouble.
he's getting banned from the group.
Yeah.
What will they tell me to put clothes on?
They torture you with clothes. You're wearing a shirt for a
Put
week.
the chains back on.
It says, I've been to a lot of different nudist resorts in a lot of different places, and I have yet to see someone sitting or wandering around in an obviously aroused state. I've heard that some guys are so nervous and anxious about their first visit, and that it can affect them in that way for a few minutes after they disrobe until it sinks into them that that simple nudity isn't arousing. But to tell you the truth, I've never seen that. They either hide it well or rarely happens. It probably only rarely happens.
Why is that guy hugging that tree?
I was like, where?
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't think I'd be nervous going to nude camp.
It says there's one exception that comes up at times when a guy is asleep on his back. Yeah, people notice, but truthfully, we don't care. We all know it happens. That's not the same. Someone waving it around, trying to keep it up. I've never seen that happen, but I've seen people get ejected from places because they misbehaved in other ways. Don't worry about it. Calm, relax, enjoy. So I guess if you're on the beach and you're laying on your back and you're asleep and you can get a hard penis, depending on your dream. I don't know.
Depending on your dream.
They don't care about that though. Apparently.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm just gonna go
That's
take
fine.
naps all the time.
Yeah, that's so funny.
They just walk by and they're like, oh,
So if you get
Start
one,
playing
you
ring
fake a
toss.
nap. Just lay down.
Yeah, there you go.
Take a nap. That's a good thing.
or they're just there.
I don't know. I don't even know. Because I'm
No.
just. I don't know. What I've seen, at least the pictures here.
You would be totally fine.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it because there's just no one attractive at that I've seen these pictures that are showing. I've not seen not one person I thought, wow.
You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just because you didn't see someone
That's
that
true.
like
But
As-
you know, clothing tends to hide a lot of everything. It
Spank.
does.
well.
Spanks and all that good stuff.
So, anyways,
Anyway,
in Europe, Germany, the whole nudist thing is called FKK. It's like a thing.
wow.
FKK.
Yes, that's how. I mean, everyone knows that that's what nudists are.
What's the F stand for? What does all stand for?
Freie Koerper Kultur.
Oh, it's
It's a
German.
word. Mhm.
What?
It means free body culture. Really,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what it means.
free body culture.
Mhm.
Got it.
That's a much nicer sounding name than nudist.
Free
Yeah,
body
right?
culture.
Cool.
I think so too.
I did too. I'm trying to get that picture of the nude flight. That was
So
really
now
crazy.
this, check it out. Now that is, I just pulled up, I Googled sexy nudist colony in Texas.
I'm gonna take a nap.
That's much better. right there.
You need to go take a nap and use your towel right away.
Our club has been DFW Outlinger for over 12 years. Stripper clothes. Now I'm going to check this one out. Yeah.
That's where you're gonna do your journalism.
Road trip, spider.
All day pool hot tubbing, sexy music videos poolside.
All right.
Here, this is coming up this weekend. Yeah.
Gino, are you converted yet?
Dude, this is
Not converted, but you've piqued my interest.
that one looks much better. Those are what I want to see. Look at this. That looks much better, right?
Yeah, but what are you going for?
You're right.
Wrong reasons.
I'm not going for the right
Wrong
reason.
reasons.
I definitely would not be going for the right reason.
You're going for your own freeing of your, what is it called? Free body
Of my balls.
culture.
Freeing of my balls. That's
Free
your
your balls.
free body culture.
right. Exactly right.
Instead of free your boobs, it's free your balls now.
I saw,
Free the nipple.
Oh yeah, that's
oh
what
my
that is.
gosh.
I was like, free the boob, free
I
the
like
nipple.
freeing of the balls. That sounds way cool.
So you guys, that flight, the nudist flight, there were 55 passengers, and they had to remain clothed until they board and dress before disembarking. The crew will remain clothed throughout the flight for safety reasons. And actually, nudism was banned by the Nazis in Germany, but blossomed again after the Second World War, particularly in Eastern Germany.
Not surprising.
There are FKK hotels where you can go into restaurants and shop naked, for
How
example.
much for you guys?
Wait,
Girls.
it changed.
How did it change?
Wait. Shame on clothing.
Shame on
Shame on
clothing.
clothing.
Now, why are we name calling? Like, what did clothes do? All these things have like freedom in it and escaping clothes. I don't understand what clothes did.
They covered up
that's the whole thing
how
about
you're
it.
supposed to be, I guess.
Well, because you're born naked, right?
yep.
And Adam and Eve, like, were naked.
Yeah.
You
And
just pulled that out of your ass. Out of your naked ass. Like in, underneath our bathing suit, you're naked.
so I think that they feel like it should be like that, right?
Right.
Maybe they think it's a sin to wear clothes.
No, you pulled that one out of your ass, too. I go back to my thought process that I agree. There's a part of me that can't help but say, you know, it's the most people think of it as the dirty whatever, and I can't help naturally but think that also. But I think that some people do it. I don't know. I can't help but think that people are doing it just to make a point.
What's the point?
I don't know that I can be naked, and I don't know. Maybe it sounds stupid, but because like, why would you go do all the stuff you're gonna do naked? What's the point of it?
Because it probably feels good.
It would not feel good
right?
riding that bike
No.
for 5 miles.
Right.
They obviously think it does.
Oh.
So what do you think of, there's a London pub and they host nude sing-alongs. So
Everyone's
I know
singing
you
it.
have to see the pictures to believe it, but here you go. You go to the pub.
I don't want to see any. No.
Bad karaoke and bad bodies.
That is just.
Yeah, but you guys are going to get in trouble for these bad body comments because everybody is beautiful.
Everybody is beautiful.
Look at this guy playing the piano.
Yeah.
You go in and you sit there and you have your beer and then you sing karaoke. It's
So I could see drinking. Sorry, I was trying to do. I could see drinking being easier to be naked drinking because everyone just becomes way prettier if you drink it. So I could see that one for sure, right? But I go back to like what Gina. I mean, it can't be comfortable riding a bike, doing it bareback, playing all these sports like jogging and basketball and volleyball. That can't feel comfortable and good naked. It just, I mean, I get it. There's parts of it that can when you start.
I am telling you, as traumatized as I was, those people were all having a blast. I mean, I was watching the whole
free.
time. I could not believe it, but it was that way. They all had a blast. I still cannot believe that I watched people playing tennis naked.
But if you think
I did,
about it, I
though.
think in their head, they are literally free from everything. Like they are in the body that, I mean, they were born like that. They're free from, there's no chain at all. Like there's no clothing, no nothing on them.
So
They're free.
there's a couple of points that what are naturists really? We are people that look you in the eye when talking to you.
I do too, and I wear clothes.
It depends on who I'm talking to. I mean,
I look people in the eye too.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're looking at a nudist, someone who's butt naked, I don't care who you are. You're gonna look at the eye, and then you're gonna. I don't care who you are.
They're saying they don't. We're people that have respect for people of all shapes and sizes.
See ya.
See? We are people that like you for being you and not what brand you wear.
Yeah.
No,
And-
no
and-
Gucci.
They wouldn't like my Nike tattoo.
Do you really have that?
No.
sleeve.
That's such bullshit. And R. Kelly just loves babysitting young kids.
God.
Yeah, I said it. I said it. That's right.
I think these people are serious. I
no,
do.
I'm kidding.
We are people that don't make rude or sexual comments to you or about you.
Make it behind your back like everybody else with clothing does.
We are people that enjoy meeting the real you, not someone you pretend to be. We are people that come from all walks of life and professions.
Because the clothes can't hide it, I
Uh-huh.
guess. Yeah.
We're people that are friendlier than regular people.
Your push-up bra.
So now they're better. Okay.
Better than me, huh? You think so? That's so funny.
We are people that don't think a nude body is a sexual statement.
Right? That's what I figured.
So these people not procreate?
They have like probably a wife or a husband or boyfriend, girlfriend, or girlfriend, whatever. And they do that when they're together, but they're not looking at everyone else like that. Is
So
what
at
they're
what
saying.
point do they cross the line?
When they go home.
In private, it said that earlier.
So they're in private, they're cooking, and they can't look in any other way.
Yeah.
Until when does it become we're mutually agreeing
We
that
are
now
getting
we
like crazy.
That-
So
Well,
okay.
How are we getting
That's my
crazy?
question.
How are we getting crazy?
Okay,
I'm
well,
right there with
if
him.
I'm at home and I'm going to get in the shower and my boyfriend is like, we're having a conversation, I'm there. I don't think they're looking at me sexually for a minute.
What's the average age of nudist? I'm curious about that.
I don't know. All ages.
All ages,
from
kids, remember?
Children, all
Yeah,
ages.
but there's got to
to
be a
97.
There's
You
got-
can't even be a nudist at 98 anymore.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I struggle to think there's anyone in there. I may be wrong, and I'd be curious for anyone who's listening who's a nudist to call in, let us know, because I'd be curious if anyone in their 20s and 30s like that have normal careers and normal jobs.
They said all careers.
All careers, all professions.
I need it to be proven to me. That's it.
You gotta see it.
I gotta
to
see it to
believe
believe it. Are there any
We're
professional
calling
athletes?
on all nudists. Please call us.
Yeah,
Send
we
us
wanna know.
messages.
Are there?
We need to know.
Do we know of any professional athletes that are nudists?
Oh, I
That's a
don't
good
know.
question.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. And we are people that don't like to wear clothes.
Clearly.
Now,
Very clear.
how would you feel about riding a roller coaster in the nude?
No.
Ow,
This thing,
painful.
all the butthole sweat that's in there.
Yes.
See, it sounds nasty, right? It's
90
like,
degrees
no,
today,
yeah.
all day.
The dirty taints, all the people who took use the bathroom, they're sitting on there. You got to, yeah.
Maybe they have to sit on something. We don't know the details, guys.
We can only hope.
I mean, they
We can
always
only
have to
hope.
carry around a towel, so maybe they sit on the towel.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, God.
And the bride wore nothing, and the
I'll
groom
get
too.
married.
Wait, start that again. What?
The bride wore nothing, and the groom didn't
The
either.
groom didn't either.
I'm sorry.
They got married naked.
Oh, well.
Would you go to a
with
nude
a-
wedding?
I would. I'd go to nude at this tipping point. Swear to God, y'all find me something. I will go. I will go. If you think I'm kidding, I will totally go.
So when Carolyn, 75, officiates a wedding,
See, I don't want to hear about. I don't want to know about Carolyn's naked 75-year-old body.
She's
Sorry
a
for any
nudist.
75-year-olds.
and sometimes she wears nothing while she officiates a wedding.
Why sometimes? Why is she one foot in,
Sometimes
one
she
foot out?
dresses up.
Commit to
Carolyn,
it, Carolyn.
tell
Commit
us
to
why.
it.
She has been a nudist for 38 years. Last year, she performed 5 nude weddings. The bride and groom are usually naked if they want to have a nude wedding, and sometimes they ask me to be. Oh. So the people are dressed, but not the officiating person. That's
Weird.
really weird. Sometimes I just wear a cover-up. She has officiated nearly 20 nude weddings, typically 1 or 2 each year. I do whatever they want me to. There are 31,000 registered nudists in the United States. Oh,
That's
you
a lot.
register as a nudist? I didn't know you had to register.
Do you have to register?
Bernie,
That's cool.
register now.
I'm telling you.
Spider, are you a registered nudist? No. The number is wrong then.
is
You guys are
doing
not
something.
even registered. Oh, Miss Hawkins is also the director of club relations for the American Association for Nude Recreation. She resides in Florida at Cypress Cove Nudist Resort. She lives there. A 300-acre facility with hotel rooms, apartments, campgrounds, restaurants, and a clubhouse where she marries couples. Usually, pay attention, Brittany, they're in their late 20s, 30s, and 40s.
There you go.
One couple I had last year was 62. They had been together for quite some time and weren't really planning on getting married. One day they approached me, hey, if we get our marriage license, would you marry us? She did. They were engaged for about 2 years before getting married. They're like... Anyways, here's the photo of the wedding. You ready?
She's not naked.
I know.
Yeah, see, this is so conflicting.
Would you go to this wedding?
It's just horrible.
So
Show spider.
these people actually live here, I think, so they can be naked all the time, I'm assuming. Like if there's apartments, stores, restaurants, like then they just don't leave.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if someone wants to do this, that's fine. I have I don't care what anyone does, but I don't think that's for everybody if they don't want to.
You
They're
don't
not
have
forcing
to be.
it on you.
No. We're just learning about the culture.
Oh, I thought I was trying to be converted.
Oh, well,
we kind
that
of
came
tried,
on like
that was just
secondhand.
funny.
Okay.
So there is actually...
So I'm trying to find like
A nude
any
athlete.
Yeah, like,
A
except
nude
for
athlete.
when I put up nudist professional athletes that are nudists, it comes up all porn.
Of course.
Yeah.
So there is a naked dinner. You go and to a restaurant. Supper club with a twist.
Where's this at?
That is from London to Auckland. I
It
don't
seems
know.
like everything's in like the UK.
Lot
It's always
UK.
in
It's
Europe.
very European. This
Very.
whole thing is very European. Naked family swimming sessions for all ages held at public water parks.
That's
Horrible.
From 6 to 8 at Blackpool Sandcastle Water Park.
You and your family. Make it a family thing. Friday night.
You can ditch your costumes, trunks to ride the water slides, and wave machines in nothing but your birthday suit.
Man, that's a horrible idea.
that's what traumatized you.
Yeah.
It traumatized me for
That's-
real.
That's how I'm telling you. That's how Bill Cosby and R. Kelly got their start. In the whole thing. They're like, hey, they were
No.
nudists.
No, they were not.
Just kidding.
I did
Just
watch
kidding,
that R.
nudists out
Kelly
there.
thing, though.
I haven't watched
Hey.
it. It's a crazy.
Aboard the big nude cruise. This
Now
is
that's a cruise.
nude
I would do nude cruise.
You were doing everything.
I
nude.
would.
I mean,
I don't-
right now we're at
I would-
that point.
I would totally do something nude like that.
I
Maybe.
don't have a problem with it. It's certain activities. Like,
That's exactly right.
I don't
That's
want to.
Exactly right.
I really don't want to do yoga naked with people.
Yeah, I wouldn't play any sports.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
don't. I can't jump around. That's for sure.
I'd go lay out naked. I would do that
Yeah.
the normal stuff, but like doing crazy, riding a bike, that sounds horrible.
I don't wanna ride a
Horseback,
roller
naked, Yeah,
coaster.
not at all. I want else's butt sweat where I'm sitting.
I don't really want to go to a
Nude
restaurant.
volleyball.
But that's different.
They're
That's
in the water.
That's in the water. I agree.
Still, boobs are gonna bounce all over the place.
But it's different because they're kind of the water, like,
I,
helps.
I think it's a little different
It
being
is
in the
different.
water as opposed to
It
being
is.
out. And
There are some things that don't bother. Like, I've done like body painted before.
were you completely naked except for your
Yeah.
nipples, right? Like
Well, they give you like a little thing that on the bottom, but
Yeah.
they paint everything else, and that was kind of a cool experience to be painted.
do they give you like a thing for covering up your nipples, or do they just paint the whole thing?
The whole thing. And the only thing that's covered is the bottom, but that experience was actually kind of cool too, like to be painted like
Yeah.
that. I was a butterfly.
How does the paint like does it, anything you touch, does it come off?
No, body paint is so cool to me.
How do you take it off?
A lot of soap and water.
All right. Oh man, that
A
sounds
lot of
horrible.
scrubbing.
Yeah, that sounds horrendous.
There used to be Skin Wars on TV.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
it's
saw that.
super cool because they're body paint artists.
Was it that one guy who still does it? His name. He's a local guy.
In Dallas, yeah,
Yeah,
I think he does
Is it
the
Leroy-
Dragon's Ball.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, that's who did
Leroy
mine.
Roper,
Uh-huh.
right? Is that the right name?
I
Leroy
know,
something.
I know who you're talking about. But
we
it's
had a
really
meeting with him one time.
Uh-huh.
I forget his name.
It's actually, I think body paint. I mean, if you look at it as in an art way, it's pretty cool.
Ever, hadn't he?
So here is the Austin spot in Austin, Texas.
That's the one you went to?
I don't know, and that's a beach.
Do you
I
remember
went to a lake.
Barton Springs?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Oh my goodness. There is Barton Springs pool and there's acro yoga enthusiasts.
Yeah,
How the hell can they be so flexible, all nude?
Well, you can be flexible
Nothing's holding you
anytime.
back. You're at one.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? Barton Springs, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell it?
You laid your eyes on a pair of boobs. Boobs everywhere. Okay, not
Boobies.
everywhere, but you probably spotted a few women basking bravely beneath the sun, unafraid to expose their bare bodies to the crowd. And once you left Barton, you might have noticed a naked man biking around downtown. Yes, it's
All right.
safe to say that after a year in Austin, my curiosity about nudist communities has reached an all-time high.
Did it say riding around downtown Austin naked?
I don't know.
It did say that.
I've definitely seen people walking down like 6th Street naked.
Naked?
Before. Yeah.
You have?
Really?
What time of the night? What time was that?
All
What day?
different times. I know there was one lady that's known for that down there.
It's illegal to be naked, right?
It's legal. I don't know. I don't know.
It
for
can't
sure.
be legal in this. I'm guessing when I say this, but I can't imagine it's legal in the city to be naked.
I forgot when we were at that Blake, whatever, we looked it up on Instagram, and their Instagram is funny because it's like people like us. I mean, it is almost like, you know, when you float the
That are
river.
naked?
Yeah, like they're just having fun. Like they look like college guys, college girls. Like some of the girls are topless, the guys will be naked. It almost looks like a college party. Like they went.
that
to
would
go,
be cooler to be in a nude thing.
That's it's a little bit different.
I wonder if
I'm trying
there's
to find their
a
Instagram.
nude podcast.
Is that an idea you're coming out of?
Will not be on that show.
Is there a nude podcast?
I'm certain there is.
It's like everything nude, so why wouldn't
So
it?
funny.
Well, nudism, it's like being in the shower, but you're probably outside. You're not covered in soap and everyone is staring at your genitals.
Gosh.
Say that again. One more time. Say it.
You're not covered in soap and everyone is staring at your genitals.
Wow.
To learn more about what the heck being a nudist is actually like, they asked this person, and she said going balls out for the first time is
Balls
exactly as uncomfortable as you would assume.
Balls
out.
out. That's awesome way to describe it.
First nudist resort experience was in Palm Springs. Oh my goodness, there are horrifying tales of scrotum skin cancer echoing. And yes, so
Why?
because their genitals are out in the sun. You need
Balls
to
out.
have sunscreen.
Sunscreen on your
You're
balls.
putting-
Mhm.
It just sounds horrible. I'm just sorry.
Sounds like something you get in trouble for at the beach.
Oh my
For
gosh,
real.
you were right, guys. It says, everyone looks at your naked body. Just like you, a fully clothed person would act when surrounded by naked people. Nudists are a bunch of looky-looks.
Exactly,
It's
right?
completely human nature. You can't help yourself. If someone's scrotum looks like the deformed corpse of a pig, you're
Oh my
still
God.
going,
Wow.
look at that. That's the weirdest thing. I caught myself staring at people and thinking, what am I doing? I have to look away.
Sounds so
I thought they looked at our
savage.
eyes.
I know.
That's right.
They're
That
opening-
sounds savage.
Opening
getting-
statements.
Terrible information here.
Who is this? Is this like
This is just somebody that wrote an article what it's like
That's
to be a
so
nudist.
savage sounding.
This was the sign when we were there that I took a picture of when it says notice nude swimming or sunbathing may occur beyond this point. So you drive into this like gated area.
So he says that you think that just nudist newbies can't stop staring, but that's not true. People don't stop looking when they reach the veteran stage. Everyone looks and everyone
I knew
is
it.
trying to
I
peek.
knew it.
You just can't help it. And you see people looking at you too, and you realize this is part of the deal. I'm not going to worry about it. But you do get accustomed to being naked around a bunch of naked people. The one thing I learned was all the fear and anxiety and nervousness is all in your head because the nudists are totally cool with it. They're already
That is
naked.
not what that just said. That said they're judging you. Judging.
Judging.
That's all it said.
Judging.
That's right.
You can go nude hiking.
Why?
but why? That's
All right, let me see that picture. That one looks better. That looks much better.
That looks much
Oh,
better.
you get to hang with hot young naked people if you know which nudist group to choose.
Oh, there you go.
The
You just have
older
to choose the right
generation
one.
nudists in the U.S. tend to congregate at resorts around the country that cater to the nudist lifestyle.
Dude, that
Younger
looks
people aren't.
horrible. Like when you get poison ivy,
that's what I said
Right?
earlier.
Yeah, you did.
it's a horrible thing.
It's like naked and afraid, like I said.
I am afraid.
I'm very
I'm
afraid. Very afraid.
Naked and afraid.
Hey, it's in Miami, San Diego, Florida. These places are everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And on that note, I think we're going to call Miss Polly. We learned all about being nudists today, guys.
I'm so proud.
It did not sound like that last time.
And I had it muted last time. 'Cause I hate that ring sound.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Miss Polly. How are you?
Hello, Miss Polly.
Are you
I
naked?
am well, and how are you?
Good.
Are you naked yet?
Nude. We're naked and afraid. We are naked and afraid.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk.
With Miss Polly.
Miss Polly, we have been having the second part of our discussion and learning all about nudists and nudism and everything. And this question came up in this show. So we're going to ask you because men want to know how they can regain control of their erections and control them.
Okay, so interestingly enough, so everyone should know, or I hope should know, that the penis is a muscle. You know that, right?
I knew that.
Yes.
I knew that.
Yes.
Gino?
Yes.
Okay.
Spider.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
working
this is
out. over here.
educational here.
Oh my God,
Actually, you should be.
can you work out your
You
penis?
should be.
It's
Can
the
you-
same thing.
Yes.
Can't you
Do
like
you know how to do that?
Kegel? Yes. you
Kegel?
can
Yeah, Kegel, whatever.
Yes.
But can you
Exactly.
work out your penis? How do you do that?
Yes.
Like, what do you do?
Well,
I'm curious too.
men
What your
can do
thought is to
Kegel
say.
as well.
Give it a flex.
Men, it's very, yes, flexing or the muscle that you use or the memory that you use to control your urine stream. So imagine it's the same thing for women. You know, whenever we pee and then we stop, that same muscle is the muscle we use to strengthen our pelvic floor muscle.
It stings
It's
when
the
I'm peeing.
same
I
thing for
stop.
guys.
It stings. Interesting.
They did that in my Pilates class this morning.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay.
No, she was like,
Kegels.
yeah, she goes, girls,
Okay.
this is a great time
All
to do
right.
some Kegels right now. I was like,
I thought, I was like, what they did, what in Pilates? Like,
oh, we worked on our Kegels this morning.
We're talking
Were
about
there any
the
guys in
penis.
that class?
No, but she didn't say that. She said Kegels. This is for girls.
No. I know. That's what I'm asking. Were there any guys in class thinking, holy shit, let me help out? You spot? Like, you spot here on this?
To further answer the question
Sorry.
is there's not just one exercise, but you can also how to stop masturbating for a little bit.
What?
Okay.
You shut up right
I
now.
know.
You shut up right now.
Blasphemy.
Okay. I know.
I like how
Well,
she said it too.
I want to say it's more because you shouldn't just rush to the end result, you know, because that happens a lot when you masturbate. You just want the high. You want to get you want the orgasm. Okay, so what about delaying that? You know,
For what?
stopping at that peak.
For what reason would you like?
It's working out your penis.
So
I'm
that's
kidding.
gonna-
I know. I think.
That's going to
Horrible
help
idea.
maintain that erection and keep it instead of rushing till the end.
Oh.
You know?
Hate your advice. Your advice is stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Sorry, you got to lift weights with your penis.
All right, now we're talking.
That's right.
Is that even possible? What'd she say? Lift
You
weights
can
with your
actually
penis.
do that with a wet washcloth.
What?
Or
You
a
can
wet
lift
towel.
it. Oh,
Maybe-
stop.
What do you
right
put it on your
now.
penis when it's erect and you
Yes.
just flex? Yeah.
You-
That's it.
Whenever
I mean, I
you
heard.
are
I've heard. That's what I heard.
What? Bernie does this every
And
morning.
you're erect.
Is
Why
that
is
why?
it so funny?
Is that why the nudists keep a towel with them?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen the video? There's different videos of
They're
women.
just doing exercises, man.
Well, there's videos of women. I don't know. I mean, I've seen it where they do like put weights on their vagina. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Or-
but I don't know. What is it clipped to? The lip?
That's what I'm wondering too. Miss Polly, what is
So
it clipped
if
to?
you can flex
she'll tell you.
if you can flex your penis while it's erect and with a wet towel on it, then you're only going to get stronger.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's another workout.
That's
Everybody's
right.
going to go home and try this.
That's all right. Oh, you all right?
Well, I don't have a penis, so I don't know. But
Oh, that's too funny. I'll fill you guys in next
Let us
session.
know.
what
Keep you
happened.
updated.
That's all right.
about your exercises.
That's all right. That's too funny.
Well, that is really great advice, Miss Polly. I think we just helped a lot of men and women in
That's
this
right.
regard.
I will fill you in on how
I
it
sure hope
goes.
so.
And
Always
women need
my
to do their
goal.
Kegel exercises.
So
Exactly. I'm doing them right now.
That's crazy. I'm doing mine right now.
The car is a good place for it if girls are wondering. The car is good.
Heck yeah.
It's
Sitting,
really
hold for-
anywhere for a girl the way to do it.
Anywhere.
Well, yeah, anywhere, but I'm saying you might forget. So sometimes if I'm driving, you hold for 10 seconds, like really just squeeze it.
Interesting. Gino, how does that feel getting this advice from your sister and mom? This is
Next
good.
question.
the question of the day.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Question of the day is, does it matter who adds who first on Instagram?
Nah, I don't think it matters. I have no problem posting a picture of someone. I have no problem adding them. I'm not like.
What about, okay, I have a question. What about if you find someone that you find attractive and somehow you kind of notice that you start liking each other's stuff, but you're not following each other?
I would follow. I don't understand.
Oh, is it
Why would I
kind of
not
like
follow?
a guy? Are we in this like stage of like the what's it called? Like the
honeymoon?
no, like now we're getting like on the social media aspect. It's like guys talk to girls first. So should it be that the guy adds the girl first, even if you
Ooh,
know
I
that
don't
you
know.
both notice each other?
I have
does
no
it matter?
problem. I have zero problem adding somebody. Zero. I don't,
How would you feel though if a beautiful girl adds you?
Follow back.
I'll follow that. Yeah.
Like, shit.
So I'm exactly
Do you
the same way.
think
I would follow back.
she's interested?
It depends.
I would
It
be
depends.
curious.
because
Make you
because
curious.
I have plenty, like, not that I have so many followers on Instagram or something, but or even on Facebook, because I think a lot of people will just add. But if there's someone really attractive, I mean, I'll pay a little more attention to if they're liking something. What I don't, I'm probably one of the very few people who I won't see who's following me unless I'm dating that person. Like,
I
but-
don't notice it either unless I'm checking my notifications. Like I have
Yeah.
no idea who's following me or not.
Well,
Actually,
yeah.
unless it's like if you have followed me in the first 5 minutes of me looking at my notification, I have no clue.
See, I'm so old school. I look at this as like the guy has to call first.
That's what I was thinking.
So
What she was
I would
saying.
never, ever, ever add the guy first.
If you
I
liked
was
him.
interested.
I don't know.
I would. He would have to follow me.
That makes no sense to me.
I
But
know.
I don't think. I mean, and there could have been someone that's been interested in me on social media, and I would have no idea because I don't even think that way. Like if someone adds me on Instagram,
Yeah.
like it never crosses my mind that they might be interested.
I
in
don't
me.
either, not typically, but I don't even once I post on my story, I'm so crazy. I don't even go watch it again. I don't ever look at anyone who's viewed it. I don't.
Can you see people? I guess you can't see because I rarely do stories and stuff like that on
You
social
can see
media.
people on Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram if you do a story who's
Yeah.
viewed it, but I don't. It's weird because like I almost don't want to know. So I just
Why?
I don't know. I just skip.
You have a story all the time. How do you not want to know? You post them all the time, and I don't mean that in a negative. Like
Yeah.
I would think that as much as you post, that you would be looking at who.
Okay, here's what's funny about me posting all the time. I'll do it and I don't ever want to go watch it again. I don't like to hear it again. I get really weird about it.
Really?
Isn't that weird to think?
It is because
Yeah.
you do so good on the two Posh stuff, like on the swimsuits and all the different things.
Well, I appreciate that because sometimes
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'll send her. I'm like, will you go watch it? Do I sound stupid? She's like, will you stop? I don't want to re-listen because
You
I'll
always
pick it
sound
apart.
stupid, but I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But no,
Yeah, that's-
I'm surprised. I think nowadays, though, it's so
That was really quick. That was good. That was very good.
No, I think nowadays social media plays such a big thing
Uh-huh.
in life that I think that it's pretty normal. At least my experience is that, you know, people who are interested, they usually will, at least I don't know if it's for girls this way, but girls will, if they're interested and they would pretty much let me know pretty quickly.
You know what I think? I think it's less about the following. Like, I've followed people before and not been interested, or vice versa, I'm sure. I think it's more who maybe if you've never met this person, or maybe you have, but who like DMs you first. Like, I would never DM
Oh my God,
someone.
no.
You know what I mean? Like,
So
maybe
let me
it's
ask
like
this:
that.
do you ever run into a situation where you like someone or you follow someone and you have no interest? They're an attractive person, you have no interest, but then they start DMing you, or just,
I don't know. And sometimes I don't know if people maybe take likes for like an actual
Yeah.
like, because I want to support people. So if I'm just scrolling and they happen to be an attractive person, I'll like it for the simple fact of like I'm trying to support, help you out. But it doesn't mean that I actually like you.
I don't like you at all. Sorry.
No, I liked your picture, but like I don't like.
Miss Polly, what do you think about this?
Because I'm not really like on Instagram all that much anymore, or I mean, I don't post as much as I used to. Probably because I work 6 days a week and rarely have time to, and I can't have my phone at work. So I'm a little disconnected more than I used to be. But I follow people that I don't have an interest in personally, and I accept follow. But see, I have to accept a follow request.
Oh,
because mine is,
private.
not instantaneous. So if I don't know who you are or why, or if we don't have any common interests, I'm kind of like, not really so much.
Yeah. Well,
I'm very particular about
Gino?
that.
I think I answered,
he
right?
did.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
Where was I?
That's usually what happens when I'm talking.
Sorry.
Oh, Gino, I miss you.
Miss you too, Polly.
I don't remember you answering.
I know.
I clearly missed the whole thing. I was looking on Instagram. Sorry.
So he followed you?
I was thinking follow me.
No, I asked Gino if he answered the question, and she said yes. I go, where was I? Because that normally happens when he's talking.
Usually happens when
Usually
you
my
Marcella
stories,
moment.
Marcella.
No, I'm listening.
Auto tunes out
Everything tunes out.
Sometimes I go somewhere else.
when I talk.
I'm sorry. That's really funny.
I try really
On
hard.
demand. She has to try hard to stay focused
right
when
there.
I talk.
No, not just you. It's everyone.
Oh, she does it, everybody, believe me. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hi, Marcella. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Didn't know you were on the show today, Gino.
Were you there?
Johnny, it's good to see you again.
Oh my gosh.
But it's too
Well, I
funny.
think most people know when I start to like wander off.
Yeah, you can tell.
When I'm talking.
When
I don't know what
anybody-
happens that I feel like we're losing her.
It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Well, on that note, we are going to thank everyone for listening, and please leave us a review.
Like us.
Like the show.
Like us.
Like us.
Please.
Like us.
Follow us, please.
Like really like us.
Follow us on Instagram,
They
please.
say don't beg for it, but we haven't said one word about it, so today we're kind of begging. So, thank you everyone for listening.
you.
Thank you.